Good morning and welcome, my dears. I am your online teacher, Karimova Z. As you know, I am a teacher of the Tashkent State Agrarian University, Department of Languages. Our lessons for the first year students in the agricultural sphere. If you are ready to listen and watch, then I'll begin my lesson. So today we'll talk about water and in grammar embedded questions. In this lesson, I am going to explain you what water is, composition of water, the earth is water place, water cycle, and in grammar, making the embedded questions. So what is water at first? So water is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, nearly colorless chemical substance. It is one of the important substances. It is composed of two chemical elements, hydrogen and oxygen, and existing in gases, liquid and solid states. So how much water exists on our planet? Our planet is a watery place. About 71% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. The oceans and seas hold 96.5% of all water in our Earth. So water also exists as water vapor in rivers, lakes, in ice caps and glaciers in the ground as soil moisture. So water is never sitting still because of water cycle. Water cycle supplies with constantly moving water from one place to another, from one form to another. So here shown water cycle condition. For example, the water in the river so evaporate. Then it moves to the clouds as evaporation. Then in clouds it is collected so as a condensation, and it moves to the ground again as a rain or as a snow. So it is again collected in the rivers, oceans, and seas. So water cycle never stops, and it moves constantly all time. Water is very important for a human, an animal, and plant, for every living organism and everything. We can't imagine a life without water. Without water, all organism in the world would die. That's why from teeny insects until big blue whales need water. So plants need water to grow and stay fresh, and whales need water for a place to live in it. So water is your body, the food you eat and the beverages you drink. Water is necessary not only for drinking, but also for our everyday life purposes like bathing, washing, cleaning, cooking. And you use water to clean yourself, your clothes, your dishes, even your car, and everything else around you. Pure and clean water is essentially important for human health. Without proper sanitation and drinking unclean water, human health can suffer with multiple diseases. That's why it is very important for human health, and you should also use to wash your hands and face clean and pure water. So agricultural sphere is also dependent on water. It is important, very important for our economy. So about 70% of all water is used in the so for agricultural purpose in our country. It is used to irrigation of plants to grow food and to get other crops. And it is also used to grow grass for our animals. As a conclusion, we can say water is a life giver. It's very important for every living organism and everything. That's why we should save our water. Now pay attention to the grammar one embedded questions. So what questions are they? We use in embedded questions introductory clauses such as I don't know, I'd like to know, do you know, can you tell me, I can't remember, I was wondering or I wonder, can you remember, let's ask and I'll ask, I'll find out, I'd like to know, I'd like to find out, I am not sure, it doesn't say, could you explain, I can't imagine, I don't understand and I have no ideas. And how do we form embedded questions? Embedded questions consists of two clauses, introductory clause and requires clause. Introductory clause is used to soften the sentence and requires clause is used to ask for something. For example, can you tell me where the university is? I can't remember who he is. I don't know if she is at home. Here, can you tell me? I can't remember and I don't know are introductory clauses, and where the university is, who is, if she is at home are requires clauses. Embedded questions are more polite than direct questions. In our previous lessons, I explained it to you yes no question or general question and special questions. Of course, they are direct questions. So embedded questions are more polite than that general or special questions. For example, are there any tables next to a window? It is the direct question. Can you tell me if there are any tables next to a window? It is embedded questions. An embedded question can occur with a statement or with another question. So notice the difference in punctuations. Here punctuations are a question mark and full stop. If introductory clause is in question form, we put a question mark. If it is not, we put a full stop. For example, can someone explain why there is lipstick on my glass? I am not sure how this fly not into my soap. So we use if and whether or in negative as not to introduce embedded yes-no questions. There is no difference between if or whether. So for example, could we get the bill? I wonder whether or if we could get the bill. So here are given some sentences. So now look at the questions below that you write them as embedded questions. So they are direct questions and you should change them to the embedded questions. So with these introductory clauses. For example, let's do the first one. So who is that? What? I don't know who that is. So remember, requires clause is in affirmative form, not question. You should do these, the rest sentences, and send to this side DL and to DL dot to DAO dot us. If you get if you want to get some information or if you have any questions, so address to this site DL dot and DAO dot us. That is our lesson, my dears. So be at home and do your lessons. So prepare for your exams. Bye bye. Bye next lesson.